Do you want to lose weight? Feel like you want to get in better shape, get that tone nice, great bod, or just feel great about yourself and live your life a happier and healthier life? Well, now you can. Go to goherbalife.com/Brandon Herbert, put in the code Black Cat, get 10% off. Fill out a free wellness profile. It's a wellness consultation. It'll ask you a few questions. It takes 5 minutes, and we can design a plan that can fit you. So once again, that's goherbalife.com/Brandon Herbert. HERBERT. What's going on, Panther Nation? It's been a couple of weeks now. I'm right now. I just felt like I had to push a video podcast out. I'm on the road right now, so hopefully the quality is okay. But yeah, let's get it. This is the Black Cats podcast.
Y'all know what time it is. Why? I like to introduce the song. Bow, ha, and present to many. Ha, Carolina Panthers. T1, let go. There we go again. You know we about to show out, cause we know we gon' win. We ready for the kick out, so go on, let us in, so we can hit the end zone and show you how we dance. Black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. Yeah, black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. Yeah, game face on, ready for whatever. Rain, sleet, snow, go through any weather. We gon' play to win, as long as we together. We gon' take it out, cause ain't nobody better. Heart of a champ, mind of a winner. All we do is win, that's the anthem. Show up to your city and make a lot of noise, and they be like, who that? Panther! Yeah, we be going hard, and we be going strong. We known everywhere, cause we be putting on. Losing on condone that, point blank period. Shut the lead down, cause it is that serious. There we go again. You know we about to show out, cause we know we gon' win. We ready for the kick out, so go on, let us in, so we can hit the end zone and show you how we dance. Black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. Yeah, black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. We gon' get it in. Yeah.
What is going on, Panther Nation? I'd like to thank everybody for joining us tonight or this evening or whatever. Thank you guys for all the follows, all the support, all the likes and everything. Once again, you can find me you can catch me at Black Cat, cat spelled with a K, on Twitter. You can find me on Facebook, Panther Nation 28. We have quite a bit of following, and thank you guys for all of your support. We're constantly increasing. Like I said, I had a little bit of a hiatus for the last couple weeks, but I'm back. We haven't really been that busy. There's not a lot of news going on and everything like that, so please do forgive me for the last couple weeks, because I've been trying to pop it out weekly. But like I said, a few things may happen here or there. So bear with me on that. I'm trying to get more of a consistent schedule and all that good stuff. But thank you guys for all your likes. Please, like I said, share. I got an idea that I'm planning on doing. I'm gonna eventually start doing little giveaways for. And it's gonna be random, so people that I see that share the podcast and different things like that, or like or whatever, I'm gonna put together certain things. Maybe I can do like a monthly drawing or something like that. That it can be a little something here or there. We're constantly increasing. There's one thing that I'm planning on doing, well, we'll see how it plays out. We'll see if I get a little bit of traction. So let me know if you think this is a good idea. If not, but it's something that I'm planning on doing. Once a month, I'm going to do a live podcast. I haven't decided if it's going to be video or not, but once a month, it may be video. So I'm going to do a live podcast. That one is probably going to be strictly on YouTube. I would have to see if I can try to get it on Spreaker and Stitcher and iTunes and everything as well. But that's what I'm planning on doing. Once a month, I'm going to do a live podcast. See if I can get a little interaction. And it might be a little slow at first because a lot of people don't know, that what I'm doing or anything like that. But we are growing increasingly. We're growing faster and faster. So I do ask that y'all share. That's the only way that this is going to work. I really want it to work because I really want to start interacting with some of my guests that are interested in what I may have to say or just having a conversation. So I really do want to interact with y'all. So please, like I said, do your part. Please share, post it on your pages. That would be a big help. So thank you guys for all of your support that you are already doing. And also I am going to be relaunching my website. And that's going to be blackcatcommunity.com. You can find if you're confused on how to get to the site, you can find it on my Twitter account or on my Facebook page. So I am thinking. It's not a thinking. I'm relaunching my website. We're going to do a little bit, remastering where I can start pushing out articles and all that kind of stuff. Just going to change the look of how it is a little bit. Really haven't worked on it at all for the last few months. Because like I said, it costs a little bit of money to keep up and everything. That's why I'm trying to get this rolling and everything so we can pay those expenses and everything. But by August, it will be up and running again for the regular season. So anyway, like I said, thank you guys. Love you guys so much. So we have a few things that we can talk about today. But what the main thing we're going to do today, we're going to go for the next few weeks until probably the season starts. We're going to go break down a couple positions at a time. Unless something crazy happens, that will probably be. That would probably be, the biggest excitement that we have. But yeah, so let's get it going. Let's start talking about. Let's start off the show. I shall say, talking about Cam Newton. He came in at number 25. I know a lot of on the NFL Top 100. I know a lot of people have a lot of problems with it, but to me, I don't have so much of a big problem with it. Cam Newton has never really regained his MVP form, but if you followed this podcast, and as what you well know, I believe this year will be Cam Newton's best. Whether his numbers reach 45 touchdowns and all of that, I believe, I can't say that. But I do believe that this season will be Cam Newton's best as a professional football player, because I know a lot of people aren't into it, but I'm really into the scheme that we're playing. I'm really into all of that, and I believe, all of that, I believe that the scheme is perfect for Cam. I believe that the receivers will be open. All he has to do is hit them. I am so much a believer in North Turner. I know a lot of people say, that he plays like 20 years ago and everything. No. I believe the scheme is perfect for Cam Newton. I believe that this will be Cam Newton's best year by far. And when I say best year, like I said, it may not be indicating in the numbers, but as far as the big plays and big moments, I think this year Cam Newton will show that he is elite without question. So I don't have a problem with him coming in at 25 because he still needs to prove it. 25, let's be frank, is not that bad. It's not great to be a elite star quarterback, but it's not that bad because he hasn't shown. He showed towards the end of the year how he looked a couple years ago, but he hasn't done it consistently enough to do it from the start of the season to the end of the season. Which I know that he was hurt. He came into the league hurt and everything like that. That's fine, but I am not a Cam Newton apologist, and I understand when stuff really isn't his fault, when he doesn't have enough talent and all that kind of stuff. But I am also a realist. People want to say, "Oh, Cam Newton gets criticized too much." That may be right at some time, to a certain extent. But to me, and like y'all already know, like I said, I don't apologize. I'm not a Cam Newton apologist because he's a grown man. He's a professional athlete. You want to say that he didn't have the talent around him? That's great. Okay. To me, he didn't have the talent around him in 2015. And that's how great I think Cam Newton can be. I'm holding his expectation up to where I know he can get to. So, to his talent, all right, I'll give you a bone when you said his talent. But what about when he misses a wide open receiver? Because people don't look at that. They look at his receivers can't get separation. But what about when they do and Cam Newton misses them? Do we criticize him for that? Panther fans, you have to start thinking you can't just stick up for him because he's your quarterback. He's my quarterback. I want to see him do the best. I want him to see him be the best. So if I want that, I know what he's capable of. I'm sorry, I'm not going to settle for less. I was one that was never, if you go back and look at any of my tweets, my Facebooks, whatever, I was never a fan of Jake Delhomme. And Jake Delhomme he took a very talented team. A lot of people don't say that, but it was a very talented team to the Super Bowl. Steve Smith bailed Jake Delhomme out a lot. I mean a lot. I was never a big Jake Delhomme fan. Still not. I thought it was ridiculous after a 6-turnover game against the Cardinals. I have a vivid memory. It was against the Cardinals. 5 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery. So he turned the ball over 6 times. And then not only that, you have him, you sign him to a contract worth $50 million. And then the very next year against the Eagles, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. So, I've always said that Jake Delhomme, he was well overrated. Panther fans, you can hate me for it, but I always thought he was. I never liked him. I was always ticked off. I mean, I was happy when we won, but at the same time, I knew that we could have done a lot better. Actually, a lot of people don't realize with Rodney Peete, when I think Jake Delhomme replaced Rodney Peete, I believe, and he was actually 6-0 when he got replaced. A lot of people don't remember that. You can go look it up. But Jake Delhomme, he did what his talents could allow. So I'm not going to get mad at him about that. But see, Cam Newton is different. Cam Newton is way better than him. He's the best Panther quarterback in its history. So my expectations for him, I don't think they're unrealistic. If you're an NFL quarterback and you got a wide open receiver, you should be able to hit him. And Cam Newton's biggest problem is that he throws off his back foot when there's not pressure a lot. So hopefully Norv Turner and his son can kind of tone that down. And hopefully, and another thing, I get that the offensive line has to be fixed. Because that is partly the reason why Cam Newton does that. Because he feels like he's always under pressure, even when he's not. It's a deception of pressure. So, hopefully he can fix that. Norv Turner can fix that. Hopefully our offensive line can make him feel comfortable. I am so... One thing that a lot of people say, oh, Andrew Norwell was the best in the league or whatever. Well, if he was that great, and I don't care what Pro Football Focus numbers and everything say, if he was that great, why was our running back getting hit, 5 yards in the backfield? That's why a lot of people want to say Christian McCaffrey. No, Christian McCaffrey will be a hell of a player. He can be an every down back. Yes, of course, anybody needs somebody to relieve him, but watch what I say. He will and can be an every down back, run between the tackle and everything. Especially he bulked up a little bit too. Trust me, he can be, and he will show you guys. And all of you guys that want to act like he can't, I don't want you on the bandwagon once he starts balling out, because you are a doubter. Whether you're a Panthers fan or not, you're a doubter. So I don't want you on a bandwagon. But if Andrew Norwell was so great, like I said, why was Jonathan Stewart, Christian McCaffrey, whoever that carried the ball, getting hit 5 yards in the backfield? You can say, oh, he's only one dude. He should, if he was the number one guard in the league, wouldn't he be like pushing his man back? At least his man wouldn't get to the running backs. Like, I don't know. That just makes common sense to me. So that's why I'm not panicking a lot about Andrew Norwell being gone. I think hopefully, you can't really get any worse. And I'm sorry. I listened to the C3 podcast. They said that it was over exaggerated that Matt Khalil was bad. Over exaggerated. Watch tape, guys. I love you guys. Y'all are awesome. But watch tape. He was, I don't care. Like I said, I don't care what profile. I'm talking about what my eyes see. He was without question one of the worst left tackles in the league last year. And it's not even close. Like, he was getting beat constantly, getting pushed back, and everything. So what I'm hoping that the system will change a little bit to suit him better. I'm hoping that he gets better, because they claim that he had an injury, like he played through all last year. So if that is the case, hopefully if he gets better, that right there can fix a lot of our problems. Because a lot of our problems did come from the left side. The majority of our problems came from the left side, actually. And you can look, like every time that we handed the ball off to that direction, somebody was in there immediately smacking them. So, you guys, I'm telling you, our offensive line, hopefully, will get better. If our offensive line gets better, I think Cam will get a lot better. Regardless of the weapons, and we'll get into that a little bit later, but regardless of the weapons, I think Cam will get a little bit better if our offensive line is good. Because a lot of people don't realize that's the reason, even when he had that lack of weapons. Like I said, I think 2015 was a misconception, because, like, he didn't have much on offense, just like he didn't have it last year. The one big difference that a lot of people don't talk about is the offensive line. Orr was playing good, surprisingly. Everybody, go back and look at that film. And he had like 5-6 seconds in the pocket to throw. any quarterback could be great. And if he can get that type of protection this year, when I say that's all Cam Newton really needs to me. He just needs protection. Don't matter, like, he's so gifted, it doesn't matter what weapons he really has around him. That's why I get so frustrated when he overthrows open receivers when they do get open, because I expect more from him because you're so physically gifted. Like, just if he just gets protection, he's gonna make something happen. That's all he needs is protection. So yeah, like so I'm banking on this being a great season from Cam Newton, because I believe that he will have a running game. I do believe, like I said, as much as I say that Christian McCaffrey will be a future back, he still would be a future back, but CJ Anderson will be a big contributor. Because think about it, CJ Anderson, he's still young. He's 27 years old. He's not old. So, he's still young. Still got a little bit of juice. Never been a strict bell cow back. So, I believe that he will contribute to the offense. So I can't wait to see the season. The season should be great. I am very, very excited about our newcomers that are coming in and everything like that. I'm praying that we made the right pick, and everybody know I believe DJ Moore was the right pick. Said it before the draft, and I said it, and I'm saying it now. Like, DJ Moore was the absolutely right pick, but he was the highest boom or bust pick. So I'm hoping that he shows out this rookie year. I really am. A lot of things, like something else that we really haven't really mentioned like that, is the effect that Thomas Davis is going to have, being out. Thomas Davis has been suspended for the first 4 games. He didn't really even try to appeal it or anything like that. It's sad. Like, Shaq Thompson, he has to perform like a first round pick. He hasn't done so far, and that's why. I know I sound like I just want the best for the Panthers. I know a lot of times I sound like a hater or whatever, but I was right about Dave Gettleman. Regardless of what you want to think, Dave Gettleman was a great manager of the salary cap and money and everything like that. But he was a horrible drafter. Think about it. Just give me a chance. Hold on. Think about it now. Do you realize there are more Marty Hurney's picks on this team than Dave Gettleman's? And I'm not even talking. I'm talking excluding this draft. There are more Marty Hurney picks than Dave Gettleman on this team. Marty Hurney has been going for like 5 years. So that means think about it. The only picks that are still on this team is K'Wan Short. He hit on him. That the guard, I believe, that the offensive lineman. So that's 3. And that's pretty much it. Like, in the other players that are on the team that he drafted last year, the Hall, and they haven't even touched the field yet. Like, Cornelder, one of those, like, I'm pretty sure, like, Cornelder, unless he balls out, he's probably going to get cut or moved to the practice squad. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, tell me what stars, like, what actual stars that he drafted. K'Wan Short. That's the only person you can name. If you look at the Marty Hurney draft list, I have a bunch of names I can name for you. Now name a couple right now. Steve Smith for starters. Julius Peppers was an easy pick. I'm pretty sure he drafted. I'm pretty sure he drafted Julius Peppers. Musa Muhammad. Chris Jenkins was a home run pick for a while. John Beeson, if his injuries didn't thing, he was a home run pick. It's just so much that Marty Herney is a very, very good talent evaluator. So I don't mind. I hope he learned his lesson, and and not just overpaying guys. But other than that, he's a very, very good talent evaluator. I mean, Luke Kuechly, remember? A lot of people try to give Gettleman that credit. No, Marty Herney drafted Luke Kuechly. Remember, a lot of people didn't even think that they thought we were crazy for drafting him that early. Now he's one of the best linebackers in the league by far. Think about the players that Dave Gettleman didn't draft. We could have had Landon Collins instead of Shaq Thompson. We could have had Marquise Lee. Any receivers in that draft. Really, like the receivers was deep that draft. Allen Robinson. Like, we could have had all these types of players that we skipped over. Think about who all we skipped over to draft Vernon Butler. He's always injured or never playing. That's his game. Like what? Like it was like, Dave Gettleman was giving us his derriere to kiss, basically his ass to kiss, because he's like, I'm smarter than you, and you. Well, that may be true, but you outsmarted yourself. It's no reason at all that Dave Gettleman should have skipped over Landon Collins. I remember I wanted Landon Collins. Landon Collins has turned out to be an all freaking pro. I'm surprised he lasted to when he lasted. Like, it's freaking ridiculous. So I am super glad that he's gone. Let's see. All right. So we talked about now, before we move on, because we're about to start talking about a couple position groups. I think it is ridiculous that first of all, I don't even know what Kenny Vaccaro did, but to not be on a team is freaking asinine. And for Justin Reed or whatever the safety name that's getting blackballed, it is ridiculous. Like, we have freaking two old safeties. Old as hell safeties, actually. And we need safety help. Now, unless Golden is going to surprise us and be this big beast, I don't know what we're going to do at safety. I'm not as concerned anymore about cornerback. Like I said, maybe I am a little harder on James Bradbury, but I haven't seen anything special out of him. Like, if you go back like 2 years prior, before Josh Norman actually started, and look at my tweets and everything like that, I saw something in him. And it might have just been our scheme fit, which, by the way, a lot of people are knocking him, but he's doing very well over in Washington. He's not being like a bum or like a one-hit wonder type thing. Might not be doing as flourishing as well because of our system was pretty good, but he's doing pretty well himself. So I'm not a huge Bradbury fan. I haven't seen nothing. Like I said, I saw something out of Josh Norman a couple years prior to him getting, the starting job. So, all right, please tell me, like, I mean, I can pull up play after play after play. Matter of fact, in that Saints game, I rewatched the Saints game alone. He gave up. A lot of people say he doesn't give up big plays. He gave up that. He's the one that gave up that huge play to Ted Ginn. So, I mean, I don't get all the love that he's getting and whatever. Maybe it's because we don't have anything at cornerback, and it's like he's a default best guy or whatever. Whatever the case may be, he's got to show me more. I'm going to stop hating on him for now, but he's got to show me more. I don't want to see him getting mossed. I don't want to see him giving up big plays. I don't want to see him giving up anything. You want to be, you know, you want to be a good cornerback, then show us. That's all I'm saying. To me, he just has to show me more. But maybe he will be a good cornerback. You know, it took Josh Norman a little while. But like I said, I just immediately saw something out of Josh Norman. I don't see anything like that in Bradbury. To me, he was a reach pick. He's always been a reach pick. He always will be a reach pick until I see different. Like, and that just showed how much Dave Gettleman lacked in evaluating talent to cut Josh Norman and then try and have a panic and draft 3 cornerbacks back to back to back just showed that. So I'm glad he's going, everything like that. We'll see where Josh Norman goes. James Bradbury. We'll see how he turns out. But who knows? And before we start wrapping everything up, we're gonna talk about a couple position groups, and one of the position groups that we're gonna talk about. We're gonna start on offense, and we're gonna just work our way through, week by week. And one of the position groups that I want to talk about to start off with is probably the most important position group, and that's the quarterback. Now, we don't question who's going to start and all that kind of stuff, but the biggest thing about our quarterback rooms right now is who will be the backup. Like, I don't know about y'all, I'm not comfortable with none of them. I'd rather have Joe Webb back. You know, I don't know, I'm not going to go Anderson's that much, even though Anderson did save us when he, with a couple of games and everything. But, like, our backup quarterbacks are horrendous. Well, I mean, we can't really say that. We haven't really seen them play. But I'm nervous. Anybody can honestly say, if something happened to Cam Newton and he went down, you'll be comfortable with them stepping in. I don't think so. Like, so, I mean, our quarterback situation, really not too much to talk about here. Cam Newton, like I already went through in the beginning of the podcast about what I think Cam Newton expectation should be. And hey, if you agree, if you disagree, let me know. If you agree, let me know. Let's have a healthy conversation about it. Like I said, I'm not trying to discourage your opinion. I value your opinion. I love you guys. I love your opinion and everything. So just let me know. Just hit me up. Tweet me, leave a comment. Subscribe, like, whatever the case may be, and we can get a healthy flow of a conversation going. The next group, like I said, I'm just gonna run through these right now because these are like the simple, basic groups that I'm doing right now. And then when we get into more detail of the confusion of all that kind of stuff, when we get to those other position groups, we'll go into a more of a detailed talk. But the next position group, and this would be all for today, is the running backs. The running backs, like I've already expressed, like I'm probably Christian McCaffrey's biggest fan. Probably the only Panther fan that believes that he can be an every down back, and I'm sticking to that. I'll stick to that until the day I die, until I'm proven wrong, because I know what he was in in college. You can say, yeah, that's college or whatever. He played in a big boy conference. It ain't like he played in in like a no name conference. So he, and also, I believe that he, I believe that he can run between he just didn't have the opportunity last year. Not just because Jonathan Stewart was taking the carries, whatever. The offensive line was horrendous. Like, I'm telling you, like, you can look at any film you want. You should not, it doesn't matter how elusive you are, you should not be getting hit 5 yards in the backfield. You should not, as soon as you touch the ball, have to elude people. Like, it was horrible. So, I do believe in Christian McCaffrey. He's bulked up. I think that's going to be help with some of his explosiveness. He was already explosive, but I really, truly believe that can make him even more explosive. And more powerful. The break-off tackles, the shed tackles. He's already elusive, but now he's adding a little bit of power to his game. And, I mean, a lot of people see that he's cut up and everything, but he really and truly only added like 5-7 more pounds. But that's of lean, clean muscle. I believe that he will be a force to be reckoned with. I still maintain that I believe that he will be a bigger star in the long run than Alvin Kamara. Even though Alvin Kamara is great, I would love to have him on the Carolina Panthers. He's great. But a lot of people that we like to live in the moment. So we say, we see the season that Alvin Kamara had, we see the season that that Christian McCaffrey had, and we like to compare and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not living in the moment. I'm looking at the long run. And looking at the long run, and I do believe that he's going to have a longer career and a more, he's going to get better in the running game. He's already excellent in the passing game. If he's at least going to have equal of a career as Alvin Kamara does, or even a better career. I don't believe he's always going to be tailing Kamara. So, I mean, that's just my opinion, and it might just be a little biased because I'm a Christian McCaffrey fan and all that good stuff. But I truly, honestly believe that. The next back we have is C.J. Anderson. C.J. Anderson, I believe that he's going to be a big contributor. Now, I do believe that the signing of C.J. Anderson is doomed for either Cap or Fozzie Whitaker, which Fozzie Whitaker just went on. He got placed on IR, so you really don't have to worry about him. But we did sign Bonner. He's a former Panther. Keon Barner. He's a former Panther. But I think he's going to solely be on kick returns. He got better as a kick returner. He did it for Philly. He had a couple returns over there. So, I do believe that we might carry three backs, but I doubt we carry 4. So it could mean the end for Cap. Like, I don't want to see him go. I believe that he could be a really good contributor. I think that they could have had a double trouble type of a double trouble type of thing going on with Cap and Christian McCaffrey. So I don't want to see him go. I hope he can fight and do whatever it takes to make it. But the signing of C.J. Anderson said to me that they don't believe Cap can do it. Now it's up to him to prove everybody wrong. And I hope he does it. I really am a Cap fan. Love him to death. C.J. Anderson, like I said, I believe he's still young. That's why he only wanted a 1-year contract, so he can try to hit one more big contract. So I believe he's going to be fighting and playing his butt off, so he can impress the other teams and potentially sign one more cash in on a big contract. So yeah, like I mean, this has been a really, really good show. I really enjoyed, being able to talk to you guys. Like I said, let me know what you think about the suggestion that I mentioned about the live shows and the well, regardless, I am gonna do the drawing. It'll be for something because I am working with Herbalife, and as y'all heard the sponsorship at the beginning of the show, like I was telling you guys, if you need something, if you like to work out, you like protein, we have the best on the market. And you can look it up. You can type in, what's the number one nutrition company in the world, and Herbalife will be there. So, if someone does win, well, when somebody wins with the share or whatever, hit me up whenever you share, because I don't always see it. So whenever you share or subscribe or something like that, then just hit me up, because at the end of the month, at the end of each month, it'll probably be either something like Herbalife that you can try, or it'll be something that shows my appreciation, whether it's anything. I haven't decided what type of stuff I'm going to give out or whatever, but I might work something out with Herbalife or whatever. So like I said, like, share, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and share on YouTube or whatever. Share it to your Facebook page, share it to Twitter, share it wherever you want, and everything. And because y'all are helping me out and everything like that, just each week that, like I said, each week you show me that you've shared it in some way or fashion or whatever. Like I said, tweet me, email me, whatever you want. And sometimes, like if you do it through like Facebook, if you share my actual page or you share stuff like that on Facebook, or you share, because I'm going to post it on Facebook too. So if you share that, it will automatically come to me, and you really don't have to hit me up. But if you share on YouTube or Stitcher or wherever the case may be, just hit me up. Just say, hey, I just shared your page. Just shoot me like a screenshot of it. Boom, your name is entered for the end of the month. Like I said, and I'm gonna start introducing y'all to some great things. So, like I said, I thank y'all so much for listening. This has been one heck of a show. I love you guys. Like I said, I could not do this without y'all. I love the input. And like I said, I've had some negative and positive input, and I appreciate it all because it makes me better. It makes me, it makes me want to improve myself. So if there's anything that you think that I need to improve or anything like that, then please just let me know. I'll work on it. Like I said, I'm new to this, so everybody makes mistakes and everything like that. So like I said, just let me know. Hit me up. You can, like I said, you can tweet me at blackcat1, and then you can hit me up on Facebook, Panther Nation 28. You can hit me up even on Instagram, Herb2228. And like I said, let's just get this Panther Nation thing going, get the Panther community growing and going, and just invite whoever that wants to come in and with open arms. And I love you guys. And remember, if you're not a Panthers fan, you're not a fan at all. Peace.
Y'all know what time it is. Why? I like to introduce the song. Bow, ha, and present to many. Ha, Carolina Panthers. T1, let go. There we go again. You know we about to show out, cause we know we gon' win. We ready for the kick out, so go on, let us in, so we can hit the end zone and show you how we dance. Black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. Here we go again. Yeah, black, blue, silver, white, black, blow. Yeah. Game face on, ready for whatever. Rain, sleet, snow, go through any weather. We gon' play to win, as long as we together. We gon' take it out, cause ain't nobody better. Heart of a champ, mind of a winner. All we do is win, 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 that's the anthem. Show up to your city and make a lot of noise, and they be like, who that? Panther! Yeah, we be going hard, and we be going strong. We known everywhere, cause we be putting on. Losing no condone that, point blank period. Shut the league down, cause it is that serious. Uh-oh, there we go again. You know we bout to show out, cause we know we gon' win. We ready for the kick out, so go on, let us in, so we can hit the end zone and show you how we dance. Black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. Yeah, black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. We gon' get it in. Yeah.
What's going on, Panther Nation? If you want to gain weight, lose weight, or whatever the case may be, I'm just telling you, Herbalife is the place to go. We have the best protein in the world. We have the best products in the world. If you want to be able to run faster, get quicker, or whatever the case may be, give us a try at goherbalife.com/Brandon Herbert. And enter the code BLACKCAT, and you will get 10% off. Thank you.